Hey, it's end time. I'm back. Common sense, part 2. Okay. I mean, a thought just hit me like a brick in this last video, and I know it had to come from God, not from me, because I ain't got that much sense. But all right, think about this. He said, tell them about the Titanic and equate the economy to that. Okay, watch this. According to the people, y'all pardon me. According to the people, because I'm excited about what just came into my spirit and my mind about this. According to the people that built the Titanic, it was unsinkable. Okay? And according to the economists and the pundits that wanted a global economy and all this relaxing of giving loans to whosoever wants one, and no matter if they have a job, it's going to bring and grow the economy and the stock market. We're just going to be on cloud 9 with this. But what they didn't realize is that, guess what? Regardless of how much they build the economy, pretty soon you run out of being able to build. Okay? Now, having said that, the Titanic was supposed to be unsinkable. But you know what? They found out that statement they made was not true. Now, making this into a global economy, taking in industry and all out of America and shipping that stuff in, okay, and being a consumer-based economy that we have to buy and spend in order to keep it going up. Okay? The economy that we're living in right now can be equated to the Titanic has already hit the iceberg and is taking on water. Okay? It is beginning to sink. Okay? But the economists on Wall Street and the people on the news organizations and the senators and the treasury secretaries, past, present, and future, are saying, we won't want to leave that old bald-headed, bearded buzzard Bernanke out, so I apologize for leaving you out there, Bernanke. And Bernanke saying, it's okay. It's okay. We got to do these things because it's going to benefit the working class. Well, what they said on the Titanic was this. Guess what? Only the elite and the rich got the lifeboats. Oh my God, help me, Jesus. Do you see what I am trying to tell you? The big CEOs, the biggest 10 banks, okay? The United Nations and the World Bank. These people are getting the money. Not the everyday guy that just happened to buy that ticket to get on that Titanic to ride across that unsinkable ship because he trusted when it was being built and got through being built and they broke the daggum champagne, it's unsinkable. So, of course, the American people is going to invest their money into something that's unsinkable. And, of course, the fine print says risk and everything. That's how they sell you this 1995 or 1999 junk. You know, they put it in fine print that you can't read it without spectacles or bifocals, thick as Coca-Cola bottle ends. So, let me get back. I don't want to get off on that. The ship is sinking. The lifeboats is the money being given. The moolah. The dineros. Okay? Is being given to the big boys because they're too big to fail. Okay? They don't deserve to drown, but you and I do. This, I'm telling you, this is the exact analogy that can be heard by the everyday common sense person. So, for the betterment of mankind, the elite must be saved and we must go down with the ship because their genetics are better than ours, then their status must be maintained. My God in heaven, I pray, God, that you just get this to 1 million hits, not for my glory, but God, that the American people, the everyday American person can draw this analogy as you've given me, and that they can realize that, guess what? Whether they realize it or not, there's no lifeboat for them. Only for the elite, just like it was on the Titanic. Okay? Let's move on. Now, you have to ask yourself with common sense, wouldn't it have been a whole lot better since we paid all these taxes in over these years to just send a a check to the individual, because it's 13, 14 trillion, baby, since October. I don't care what none of you say. I don't care what the economists say. When you add it all together and put it all together, the stimulus package, Obama just come out with a separate thing. He signed that thing in yesterday in Denver. He's come out with something else today, and only $75 billion is going to homeowners. The rest of it, look and see where it's going to. I know all this stuff. I don't have time to break into it, but I'm telling you, it's a mess, and he is sending it out to the elite that he don't want to go down with the ship. Now, having said that, common sense tells me Bernie Madoff and what's that other guy's name? I had it pulled up because I didn't want to get it wrong. Okay, Bernie Madoff and Alan Stanford both may be crooks. I'm not saying they're not. But, and God have mercy on the people they ripped off. Okay, let me say that. Please, let me say that. But this is staying in the headlines to take you away from the real ripoff, which is the bankers, the big CEOs, and the federal government. There's no two ways about it, my friend. The reason they want you looking at Bernie Madoff and Mr. Alan Stanford is because they don't want you looking at them while they're continuing to... how can you tax somebody's grandchildren when they ain't even old enough to make money? How can you steal their money out of their pockets when they're not even old enough to make money? I mean, my God, they might as well come in here and steal the diapers out of the house and take the baby rattler and everything and all the food and just go ahead and take it because they've already took it. But they've stole it. No different than Alan Stanford if he's guilty and Bernie Madoff if he's guilty. We don't know about them, but we got proof on the government. You can't give something to somebody else unless you take it from somebody first. Common sense. Common sense. You see what I'm getting at? You cannot expect or hope that this is going to recover in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. And I can't, for the love of God, figure out why. If the news was fair and balanced and they wanted to report the truth, why will they not put, not me, but some of you that listen to me, or some of you that ain't subscribed to me, that have the intelligence and the common sense to get on that news thing and tell them like it is about where we're headed if we don't stop. It should have done it way back yonder. But even in October, there would have been some redemption and ability to save the financial meltdown of this whole globe. But it ain't now. It's gone too far. Why on earth, if the news media was supposed to be independent, another branch equal to be able to put the truth, why on earth won't they have an everyday common sense human being to tell it like it is? Why won't they allow that to happen? They pick and choose people that they can maybe try to destroy through something, maybe an alcoholism problem, or they had sex with another woman or another man. They put people up there that they got something on them, so they'll only say what they want them to say. Listen to me, America. This is the way they operate. My God, even the mafia had codes they lived by, but not this government, not the media. Can you see where I'm headed? Common sense. Common sense. Okay? If you can look at your tax bill every year, and if you're a small business owner, and your workman's comp and your permits, and you say this is fair, then you discount in time and you just unsubscribe and don't ever watch me again. And I'm not mad at you, but if you can take common sense and look at the fleecing and the ripping off of America, and you can sit back and say, well, maybe it'll get better and do nothing, then something's wrong with you, man. Something's wrong with you, lady. Something is wrong. And it's big time wrong. The thing of it is, the thieves that ought to be in jail are not going to jail. I got to do another part. I'm out of time. I'll be back.